not written any pieces for St. Patrick's Day, because that's like tomorrow's job or something. I have written in my life one piece that talks about St. Patrick's Day. I have not read it here. If you would like me to read it, I'll read it in the next round, because I've got it all on my laptop. I can do that, if you guys want that. It's exactly. That's how I usually roll. He says, oh yeah. But what I have been doing is looking for odd holidays going on all through this week. And that is why I've got 3 poems for you. This first one was written on March 13th, let's go, which is actual National Jewel Day, which is why I'm wearing all of these things and not wearing green, but I've got like a all over the place with my jewels. This is called Zircon, Gemstones, Baubles and Bling. And somebody said that was a Space on a Nightmare. This actually started with something about a poem that went into this piece. Today it was like some sort of a contest. Some distance had already been traveled, and we still had to get to that last building, to the back room first, to apparently win. Went foraging through this strange building, charging through this strange building. It was the final stop, so I went upstairs because the back room was the end goal, but I saw 6 or 7 contenders there first, in front. I thought this meant that I had already lost the battle, but I saw them all winning or milling around. So I stayed on the edges, tried to ascertain if they had actually gone in or what held them at bay. Not learning much, I gathered that they were waiting for something, I know not what. So since no one was looking toward that elusive back door, I snuck to it and opened it up. Once I got inside, I rushed to the back, touched the large faucet along the back wall, and then I turned around and I said, I made it! And my voice echoed loudly when I won. I didn't know what I'd win in this contest. My goal all along was to only succeed. And succeed I did, as I now look back, and my greedy side now longed for more, indeed. I was invincible after winning this contest, one of the hardest and strongest known. And come to think of it, the word diamond comes from the Greek word for invincible. Diamonds are a girl's best friend, I heard a bombshell croon. So maybe today my award will be diamonds and jewels that glimmer, that catch the eye, like any winner would. And then, of course, the day after that, most people think of it as Pi Day because it was 3.14 on March 14th. I saw that everywhere, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to research and write about the value of pi. So, second one is value of pi.
Is it primarily nutritional?
I mentioned that toward the end as well, so I slide in something about a dessert by the end of this poem, but this is the value of pie. Yeah, and actually, I don't like pie. I'm not a pie eater.
Really?
I like cakes. I'm not a pie eater so much. But that's just me. I'm weird. I don't know. Everybody loves pie. Never mind. This is called the value of pi. Why is this number with far too many decimal places so important anyway? They say the area of a circle is pi r squared, but the Bible will tell you that must mean that pi is 3. No decimals, just 3, based on the number of cubits to make it around a circle. Actually, a rabbi later argued that the Bible could be correct if in the Bible they measured the inside of a pot to define a circle versus the outside. What an ingenious way to work around that biblical inconsistency. Yeah. I don't know if the number of decimal places is always that important, because back in 1969, the number 3.1416 got man to the moon without all those extra decimal digits. I mean, in the transcripts of the famed O.J. Simpson trial, you can find arguments between a judge and an FBI agent about the actual value of pi. And speaking of that Simpson trial, to quote Peter Beckman in the 1970 book, The History of Pi, quote, 3 centuries ago, Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz, co-inventor of the calculus and co-discoverer of the first infinite series for pi, dreamt of a day then when the courts would be abolished because disputes would be settled mathematically by solving impartial equations that could show who was right and who was wrong. beautiful idea, isn't it? Using math to explain the universe, as physicists have done for years, like Albert Einstein, known for other equations, who was born on 3.14 of 1879. Apparently pi is that much of a big deal, so you can find it in the measurements of the Greek pyramid of Giza in Egypt. Yeah, that vertical height of the pyramid and the perimeter of the base is the same as the relationship of a radius of a circle to its circumference. And really, this pi number, Archimedes' constant, which is the 16th letter in the Greek alphabet, is such an irrational number since it can't be defined as a fraction, and probably why I can never remember enough of the numbers in pi in the first place. And why? And why? When astronomers didn't have the massive computers or extensive calculators back in the 60s, they settled for 3.1416 for pi. Historically, the number of pi has been used as early as 4000 BC, and at each time in history, from Egypt to China to India to Persia, only an approximation was used. Because this number of non-repeating, non-ordered numbers to infinity is a number we have all wanted to understand throughout history. I mean, people obsessed with pi enough, they could actually even show you where your birth date in pi is. Got the web address. That's scary. I don't know. To some, pie may be a tasty dessert treat. But when it comes to math, everyone, for one reason or another, is fascinated by this infinite series. Because really, it amazes us that one specifically weird number, this one so transcendental number, can mean so much to so many people in so many ways throughout the world. Do one more that I wrote yesterday, and it relates, I guess, to something that was in this poem. This is called Vortexes Indenting Our World. Yesterday, I enjoyed reveling in knowledge about Albert Einstein. Since yesterday was his birthday, March 14th passed, and I reflected on his past and everything, even on his scruffy misdemeanor. I mean, why worry about grooming when you're redefining the laws of nature? And redefine he did. I mean, I can understand equating a bending of space-time like a vortex indenting any surface, but my mind won't bend to comprehend the slowing or speeding of time. Then again, the only way I'd really see that for certain is if I got so close to a black hole staying in one piece to understand the change in time. But anyway, as I say, yesterday was a great day for reveling in science, thanks to the man who had to leave Nazi Germany, fearing the formula that he created would be used to help annihilate all of mankind. I know this pacifist's choice to write the US president, asking him to make the bomb before Germany did, weighed heavy on his mind. I just hope it wasn't so heavy, making him unable to make additional leaps of a physicist's faith. Because one physicist did, Stephen Hawking, battling not only scientific world, but also ALS, living much, much longer than my friend who even used that same voice box that he did. I thought for a while yesterday, on March 14th, what amazing things these two scientific minds could create, until I realized that I reflected on the wonders of Albert Einstein on the day of his birth, as well as the wonder of Stephen Hawking on the day he passed away. Wow, what gravity a single day can take in the scientific world, as well as the world's goals as a whole. One day, a day most correspond now to with the beginning of the number of pi, but 314 is a day that is more than just about equations. It's also about the greatest recent scientific minds, opening the world to more than just equations. Trust me.